How many moons does Saturn have?
62.
How many moons does Earth have?
1.
What are the Galilean moons' names?
Io, Europa, Germany, and Callisto.
What's the biggest star in the sky?
What? Jameson.
My son is Jameson. He's 5 years old and he has been diagnosed with autism. He loves space. He can tell you all kinds of stuff about space. He draws the solar system. He used to make models of the solar system out of anything you can think of. Like, well, the little balls and little toys. He would get all the right colors and set up like a red ball for Mars and yellow, all the right colors, and make models out of anything you could think of the solar system all the way across the house. Before I knew he liked much of anything, he was not communicating well, but he said Makemake before he said mommy, and that's a dwarf planet name. He started drawing around that same time and started drawing the solar system then. I don't think we even understand the way that his brain works so differently from ours. So he does come off to be a little unique at times. Writing down all these things on those papers, and I thought it was just symbols. I was like, what is that, Bub? He said, Jameson, what are you writing? And then he could tell he's focusing on it. And he's like, alphabet. That's not the alphabet. He's like, alphabet. And I looked at it, and then he's like, Russia. And I was like, no. And I looked it up, and he wrote the whole alphabet in Russian. All the letters, the exact symbols the right way. I know that all the astronauts have to be bilingual in Russian and English because the space program is so huge in Russia that a lot of the commands and documents and everything, especially with the space station, is in Russian. The goals are always changing a little bit because when he first was diagnosed, we weren't really sure what it meant or how independent he could be or if he would be verbal at all because he wasn't speaking. He was developmentally behind in different things. So our goals are constantly changing, but right now, he wants to learn. He wants to learn as much as he can, and I want to make sure that he can learn as much as he can and be as happy as he can doing it. But also that he, is accepted into wherever he wants to fit in. Because he does have a few idiosyncrasies, and sometimes children don't understand, sometimes they don't understand. We want to make sure that he can do, we certainly can see he can do a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Some days he would love to go to space. Some days he says he wants to, then other days he says that Earth is his favorite planet, so he doesn't want to go.
The solar system. We're going to use the north. Keep the Saturn in the center.